Support for Mountain Stage is provided by Digital Relativity, a tradigital marketing agency crafting holistic strategies that engage and educate customers by pairing digital and traditional advertising to grow your business. More info at digitalrelativity.com.
There's a spring in the mountain and it flows down to the town.
From NPR Music and West Virginia Public Broadcasting, welcome to a special archive edition of Mountain Stage with Larry Gross. Major funding is provided by Bailey Glasser and the West Virginia Tourism Office. This week's show was recorded in 2018 in our hometown of Charleston, West Virginia.
Around the world it's just a simple song. This world is turning around, a simple song.
Thank you so much. Welcome once again to Mountain Stage, live performance radio from the Mountain State of West Virginia. And man alive, do we have a show for you today. Patti Smith is here, along with her son, Jackson, and daughter, Jessie. They were here last night for a very special induction of the West Virginia Music Hall of Fame. I'll tell you more about that later. But because of that induction, we also have 3 members of the West Virginia Music Hall of Fame that are sitting in with us, are going to perform today. Tim O'Brien, Russ Hicks, and Charlie McCoy. And during our next hour, they're all going to be leading songs in tribute to little Jimmy Dickens. The Hall of Fame put out a great album called Rhinestone Hillbilly. Going to do some songs from that one. Also, Mollie O'Brien, Rich Moore, and their daughters, Brigitte and Lucy Moore, are here during this hour. You're going to hear them. And a great songwriter and singer from out in California, Van William, is also here with some friends, so he's going to be out during this hour. But we're going to start off with one of our favorite people, one of our favorite songwriters and favorite performers. His last record, Upland Stories, was nominated for 2 Grammys, and Robbie Fulks is tremendously talented, both as a songwriter and singer. You'll hear right now. Brought a friend with him. Please welcome back to the Mountain Stage, Mr. Robbie Fulks.
Thank you. In a dusty shack high in the Blue Ridge Mountains, it was tough work, brown dirt and bluegrass songs. Sweet hickory filled the air, Daddy's love was hard to bear. If I knew how rich I was, I'd not have gone. But the city called my name and I came running, with my young man's hopes and my daddy's old guitar. I played the dives and paid some dues, singing every tune I knew, and them homesick ones I sang the best by far. Now I've seen the sun go down on the streets of New York town, and I've watched it from the hills of old Virginia. Beauty's what the eye beholds, one man's dirt's another's gold. Oh, but sometimes the grass is really greener. Fiddle. Well, the record company man confessed he liked me, but he'd have to shave a few rough edges down. Cut my hair like Brooks and Dunn's, trade the banjo for some drums, 'cause no one would buy that old high lonesome sound. Now I don't know just what this deal has got me. I've gained out a fan and I lost the ones I had. I've worn my heart right through my sleeve, singing a song I don't believe. I believe I'll go back home to Mom and Dad. Now I've seen the sun go down on the streets of New York town, and I've watched it from the hills of old Virginia. Beauty's what the eye beholds, one man's dirt's another's gold. Oh, but sometimes the grass is really greener. shack high in the Blue Ridge Mountains. And when I die, it's on this farm they'll lay me down. And the hills will hear my song, 'cause it's there that I belong. Man, you just can't shake old roots from southern ground. Now I've seen the sun go down on the streets of New York town, and I've watched it from the hills of old Virginia. Beauty's what the eye beholds, one man's hurts, another's gold. Oh, but sometimes the grass is really greener. Sometimes the grass is really greener. Thank you. Thanks so much. It's a real pleasure to be back here on the mountain stage, and an honor to be among the present company on today's mountain stage, too. And this is my friend Chad Cobb over here on the violin. Give it up for him. So we got a little segment here. We're going to do, I think, maybe 4 songs, and there'll be some radical tonal shifts between the songs, because when you got 4, you can't really finesse that stuff, you know. So the second one's a ballad. It's kind of a gentle thing, and I hope that's okay. It's going to be in the same key here, B flat. So I'll talk for a minute in between, so you forget that last key, and we'll move into the next one. The next one's about kids, and I've got 3 kids, 1 grandson. And this is the kind of thing that, like, I've noticed as a parent that with all 3 of my kids, that there's been this period in the middle of the teenage years usually where they're kind of like skid off the tracks for a little bit, and you'll look at this behavior and wonder, well, when is this going to end, and what's going to come of this? You know what I'm saying? And I think that. Like in my experience, you just kind of stand by and wait for things to change. But in the meantime, you're thinking, this could actually end in a long prison sentence. You know, this is some seriously bad behavior that's going on. And but anyway, 2 of my kids have gotten out of the darkness, and the third one hopefully is on his way now. And this is a tune about that whole deal, and it's from the record Upland Stories that Larry just mentioned. It's called Needed. In Daddy's car with 3 stone friends and a fake ID, fresh out of school, not a care in the world at all. In my 18th summer, life never was so free. And it was just then that the chains began to fall. She was dark-haired, she was wild-eyed, I was helpless and spellbound. What she made me feel was strange back then, but I know what it was now. Needed, something about needed, leaves every other word weak and small. Needed, when you really need it, you can rise to meet it, or you can fall. For what happened next, I offer no excuse. Maybe we were drawn to what our parents said was sin. But in our passion we saw just one thing to do: throw ourselves at each other and caution to the wind. She longed to keep it, I said no, I had my future to think of. And in her darkest hour she learned what young men won't do for love. Needed, something about needed, pointed straight to my freedom like a loaded gun. Needed, when you really need it, some rise to meet it, and some of us run. You imagined all those years ago, and I thought I'd reach the end. But passion cools, life goes on, and old wounds mostly mend. When your mom and I were married, such better days began. And when you were born is when I became a man. Where you're headed now is not really mine to say. You've been more than patient to hear my story through. But now you are 18 and on your way. There are some few simple things I wish for you. That you will steer past shallow freedoms as you follow your own star. And when your life is at its darkest, just remember that you are needed. Something about needed leaves every other word weak and small. Needed. I hope you know you're needed, and that you'll rise to meet it, and never shall fall.
Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. We'll do a lighter song from the same record now, and I mentioned the tonal shifts here. This one's a good chance to hear Shad do some powerful fiddling, I'm going to say, on this one. I love this man's fiddling. He's one of the best fiddlers living, in my opinion, and the opinion of a bunch of smart people, too. So let's see what he does on this one here. It's a tune called KDK.
I set up from Poor Valley for wealth, I had to have it. I wed a well-born woman as skinny as a rabbit. Now I'm here at this payphone, I'm begging Katie, listen. I'm afraid you $500,000 for your sweet Poor Valley kissing. Hey now, Katie K, heaven never made one cuter. If I didn't love Katie K, I'd probably have to shoot her. Jack. Now some give all their favors to a girl who's looking fine, but a girl that's sad and weeping will always win mine. When I see a pretty girl weeping, I run to her and fix it. When I see a pretty girl smiling, I run for the nearest exit. Hey now, Katie K, heaven never made one cuter. If I didn't love Katie K, I'd probably have to shoot her. The rule to love thy neighbor is a thing I bear in mind. It's the love him as thyself part I can't get behind. Each greeting he cold shoulders, each smile met with a sneer. His wife can love him all she likes while I gaze at the mirror. Hey now, Katie K, heaven never made one cuter. If I didn't love Katie K, I'd probably have together. The man who is a Mormon, his values are askew. He's got more women than he can count, all I need is two. A bag of bones and a diamond ring to siphon off my pay, and a sweet thing down on the edge of town to love my nights away. Hey now, Katie K, heaven never made one cuter. I didn't love my Katie K, I'd probably have to shoot her. I said, hey now, Katie K, heaven never made one cuter. If I didn't love Katie K, I'd probably have to shoot her. Thank you. Thanks very much. We're going to do this one more tune right here. And when I was in high school, I was over in the great state of North Carolina. Although at the time, I didn't feel it was that great. You know, I thought all I could think of was getting out of there. And I wanted to go to New York City and make it big in the bluegrass music like everybody does, you know, in New York. But there was some stuff that I didn't realize probably at the time was so great about that place. One of the things was Tommy Thompson lived nearby. He was a great banjo player. He was in a group called the Red Clay Ramblers, and you'd go over to his house and hang out. And if Tommy was there, you got to hear great banjo music, you know, and see a great living example of somebody who was making music honestly and doing pretty well by it, like he owned his own house and stuff like that. And then if he wasn't home, I'd go and smoke dope with his daughter. I don't know if I can say that on public radio, but thank you. I didn't expect quite that reaction, but thank you. But we can cut that part out of the show. But anyway, there was always a good time over there, and like living in the Carolina in the 70s, like it was definitely its own unique kind of flavor. And I tried to put some of that into this song, and this is from the point of view of a guy that stayed down there, unlike me, and thinks about leaving, but never quite busts a move. It's called Fare Thee Well, Carolina Gals. Those little slim gals would swing their feet down the airport side of Franklin Street, and I'd watch them in the not quite innocent way I'm looking at them this evening. I'm thinking about the plans I put on hold while the town got smaller and the days unrolled. Now there ain't but two stories told, and this one's about leaving. I remember Katie, then Rosalie. I was pressing my luck when I tried for three. Some shrink from a shameful deed, and me, I'd do it gladly. If I hand you a line, girl, you know it's true. If I give you a couple, then it's yours to choose. One story from a total of two has got a good chance to end badly. So fare thee well, Carolina gals, I'm going where you can't find me. There'll be trouble in the days to come and a lot more fools behind me. I was just a lad about yay tall, sniffing that glue in the Northgate Mall, down where the anchormen say you all in kindness is a show for strangers. All them B-school boys and old hippie men sweating in the sun to no clear end. I made a medium to poor boyfriend and a pretty good house painter. So fare thee well, Carolina gals, I'm going where you can't find me. There'll be trouble in the days to come and a lot more fools behind me. Heart couldn't be hewn like a simple phrase in a well-made tune. The stack of Leo's sound good on the moon. You don't need a cane chair and a hound dog. He'd sing the blues, I just smiled. I was such a calm and settled child. thanking the Lord, never dreaming the while he was laying out my downfall. So with my hair in my eyes and my chest out swelled, I stood on her porch and I buzzed the bell, peeking around the blind, knowing full well that her folks was gone to Boston. Now they mean quiet when they say lights out, but that was love making and it made me shout. Daddy would have come home fast, no doubt, if he knew what the weekend had cost him. So fare thee well, Carolina cows, I'm going where you can't find me. There'll be trouble in the days to come and a lot more fools behind me. Now if a cruel word escapes my mind, don't worry, baby, it's just the wine. Second thought, it's not the wine, it's just me talking. We men pour out our problems like we think that they're unique. Each year when a baby starts to speak, they ought to give him a prize for stopping. Baby, don't you be too surprised if I cash in the farm after Mama dies, get a Cadillac and just ride till the Pacific meets the bumper. Stop looking at me like I've lost a screw, like things had to lead where they led to. With the house half gone to kudzu, I'd be lucky to get a clunker. By luck I landed in the upper south. By God, I gotta make my own way out. I should have read the signs by now. I should have heard the locusts buzzing. Poor old Tommy Thompson's dead and gone, and I've been feeling not so strong. Chapel Hill hasn't done me wrong. It was fine until it wasn't. So fare thee well, Carolina gals, I'm going where you can't find me. There'll be trouble in the days to come and a lot more fools behind me. Fare thee well, Carolina gals, I'm going where you can't find me. There'll be trouble in the days to come and a lot more fools behind me. Thank you very much.
Along with Shad Cobb, that was Robbie Fulks. Robbie Fulks, that last CD is called Upland Stories. And you can talk about smoking dope on Mountain Stage, but you can't smoke dope on Mountain Stage. We draw a line there. Tommy Thompson, that he was talking about, is from South Charleston, West Virginia. He's a member of the Red Clay Ramblers, and he's in the West Virginia Music Hall of Fame, interesting enough. Great old-time music player. Robbie Fulks right there. Always great to hear him.
You're listening to a special archive edition of Mountain Stage, live performance radio from the Mountain State of West Virginia. We hope you'll take a look at our new website, mountainstage.org. There you'll find links to our podcast, and you can follow us on just about every form of social media. Remember, if you missed part of an episode, are curious about an artist you heard recently, or you just want to hear something again, visit the podcast section of mountainstage.org to listen on your own time. Each podcast includes songs not heard on the radio and the complete finale song. If you enjoy the show, we invite you to take a moment to subscribe and leave a review wherever you listen. We return now to this week's archive special, recorded in our home venue, the Culture Center, in 2018 in Charleston, West Virginia.
Our next guests have been with us before, and one of them been with us many times. Mollie Brien has been here as a solo performer and with her brother Tim. But lately, she's been traveling with her husband, Rich Moore, and so this time we're really lucky because their latest CD also includes their two daughters, Brigid and Lucy Moore. It's called Daughter, and the harmonies, as you can imagine, being mother and daughters, sometimes you can't tell who is who, but they're all beautiful. Please welcome, for the first time in this situation on Mountain Stage, Mollie O'Brien, Rich Moore with Brigid and Lucy Moore.
Since you're the delegate from Kansas, would you kindly take the floor and tell us what is Kansas thinking and what is Kansas for? Well, Kansas is for the farmer. We stand behind the little man, and we need a firehouse in Topeka. So help us if you can. Gentlemen from Utah, our friendly beehive state. How can we help you, Utah? How can we make you great? Well, we gotta irrigate our deserts. We've gotta get some things to grow. And we gotta tell this country about Utah, 'cause nobody seems to know. Ba-da-da-da-da-da.
Solo on the bass harmonica. Thank you so much. That was Brigid singing there. The Beehive State. We're going to do a song now that Lucy wrote.
4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Sister, take me to the shore. Sister, take me to the sea. All that you see and all that I do, you've seen it through to me. Yesterday you went away. You left me standing in the door. sister, you say this is the only way. Take it from me, this is the only way. Some people want to stay at home. They speak a silent parlance, but some will take their very own hand and they'll dance the sweetest dance. So take your sister to the shore. Take your sister to the sea. All that you see and all that I do, you've seen it through to me. Well, sister, you say this is the only way. Take it from me, this is the only way. Sister, you say this is the only way. Take it from me, this is the only way. Ooh,
Thank you. Thank you very much. We are indeed in very stellar company here tonight, and we are, especially for me and Rich, we're really excited to be here with Brigid and Lucy, and also another family member who just walked out, and that would be my brother Tim O'Brien. The one person up here that I forgot to give a set list to, but at least he's nearby, so he knows when to be here. And also, back on the bass, we got to hear her last night at the West Virginia Music Hall of Fame induction ceremony. She's going to be playing with us through our little set. She was born in Short Gap, West Virginia. Missy Raines on the bass. Woo! Rich and the girls, plus Tim. So here's a song that we made on a record with Tim and his sons and me and Rich and Brigid and Lucy. It's called O'Brien, Party of Seven, Reincarnation, the songs of Roger Miller. We couldn't figure out how to get that all on a little card in a record store. Luckily, there aren't any record stores anyway, so it doesn't matter. But this is one of the songs that Lucy's going to sing, Roger Miller tune.
He co-wrote it with George Jones. It's called Tall, Tall Trees. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. If you want to drive a great limousine, I'll buy the longest one you've ever seen. I'll buy you tall, tall trees and all the waters in the seas. I'm a fool, fool, fool for you. And if you want to own a great big mansion, then I'll give it my utmost attention. I'll buy you tall, tall trees and all the waters in the seas. I'm a fool, fool, fool for you. I'm a fool over you, and it might take a while, but I'll prove it's true. If it's loving you want, I've got it, and if it's money you want, then I can get it. I'll buy you tall, tall trees and all the waters in the seas. I'm a fool, fool, fool for you. Tall, tall trees and all the waters in the seas. I'm a fool, fool, fool for you. And if you want to own a great big mansion, then I will give it my utmost attention. And I'll buy you tall, tall trees and all the waters in the seas. I'm a fool, fool, fool for you. I'm a fool over you.
2 more songs. Thank you so much. I mean, we are sort of bursting with pride being here with the girls. I first did the show in 1985. It's just really great to be here. And we can't thank everyone here at Mountain Stage for making us always feel so at home, just like we're back home and so welcome. So thank you to everybody. We're going to do another Roger Miller tune. So, try to laugh.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3.
I sit alone at my table and watch all the others have fun. I'm tired of sitting on the sidetrack, just watching the main line run. I'm tired of having no future and living on things that I've done. I'm tired of sitting on the sidetrack, just watching the main line run. Train, oh, let me ride, don't leave me. Train of life, train. I got no one to call me their darling, no one to call me their hug. I'm tired of sitting on the sidewalk, watching the main line run. I'm tired of having no future, living on things that I've done. I'm tired of sitting on the sidetrack, just watching the main line run. Train, oh, let me ride, don't leave me. Train of life, train. I sit alone at my table and watch all the others have fun. I'm tired of sitting on the sidetrack, just watching the main line run. Train, oh, let me ride, don't leave me. Train of life, train. Train, yeah, train, yeah. Thank you. We got one more song for you. This is a cautionary tale. A cautionary tale, you can't have too many of those these days. Thanks so much for listening to us. I'm Molly, Rich, Brigid, Lucy, and Missy.
1, 2, 3.
Storms are brewing, trouble in your mind. Something is stewing, trouble in your mind. A short life of trouble is all you leave behind. Boy, right up to double trouble in your mind. Doubts start to rise and trouble in your mind. Compromise and trouble in your mind. A short life of trouble is all you leave behind. A wrecking ball of trouble in your mind.
and trouble without warning, trouble in the trees, and trouble in the ocean, trouble when it's calm, and trouble in commotion. Snakes are a-crawling, trouble in your mind. Castles are falling, trouble in your mind. A short life of trouble is all you leave behind. No more lonesome trouble than trouble in your mind. Trouble gave us birth, and trouble more trouble than you're worth. When trouble come to scold us, trouble took the time, and trouble just to hold us, and trouble is the fine we pay for trouble sold us. Trouble everywhere. Storms are a-brewing, trouble in your mind. Thank you. Missy Raines.
Mollie O'Brien, Rich Moore, with their daughters Brigid and Lucy Moore. That new record is called Daughters. Tim O'Brien sat in with them, as did Missy Raines on the bass and the Mountain Stage Band. Daughters is that new record, and it's you heard a lot of songs from it right there. Beautiful, beautiful harmonies. Great to have them back on the show, and fantastic to have them bring their two beautiful and beautiful voiced daughters. We're excited to bring our final guest of the hour out. His name is Van William. He grew up in a little town in central California, but every year his dad went up and worked in Alaska, ran a fishing boat, and Van would go up there and do that. So for a while he couldn't decide whether he wanted to be a musician, singer, and songwriter, or be a fisherman. Welcome for the first time to the Mountain Stage, Van William.
Watch my love unwind, and we talked all night of the things we'd find in the country. Smoke waiting on the pier where I saw the birds fly every year. They were angling for the country. Light of day I saw it falling, tried to make it right, but I was only a I was only 17. I could fold my flag and forget the dream of the country. Slow down, my father said. Oh, the flashing lights rained in my head. I was angry for the country. Out of day I saw it falling, the things we'd find in the country. Thank you so much. First, I just want to say what an incredible honor it is to be here playing at Mountain Stage. This is such a legendary event that I've heard of through various friends for the last decade or so. And when we got the invitation to come, I couldn't believe it. And it's a humbling experience. So thank you all for being here with us and celebrating this. So yeah, most of these songs were written kind of as a result of a couple really cataclysmic events in my life, one of which was a terrible breakup, which I'm sure everyone in this room has gone through at least once. And the next was my dad retiring, which is really great for him, and I'm so happy for him, but for me it's kind of devastating because it forced me to make a career decision that I didn't really feel totally ready to make. But here I am, so we're giving it all we got. This is the last song that I wrote for the record. I wrote it this last summer up on my dad's boat on Kodiak Island in Alaska. It's called Cosmic Sign. Just a boy looking for some peace of mind. Just need a sec to catch my breath. Still a fool, reaching for a cosmic sign, something to make sense of this mess. But I fell asleep against the window, dreaming about Alaska, and I woke up as the sun went down over Omaha, Nebraska. And I don't know where I'm going, but I know where I've been. Just a boy living off this borrowed time. Just give me a sec to catch my breath. Still a fool, reaching for a cosmic sign, something to make sense of this mess. But I drank too much in Tucson, and I smoked too much in Denver, and I slept beneath the northern lights, and I never felt better. And I don't know where I'm going, but I know where I've been. Just a boy looking for some peace of mind. Just need a sec to catch my breath. Still a fool, reaching for a cosmic sign, something to make sense of this mess. So I want to take a sec to introduce my amazing band. On drums back there, we have Brien Andrew Marquez. And on bass, she only needs one name like Cher or Prince or Seal or Beyonce or whoever else is on that list. She's worthy of that list. Her name is Kira. We're in the middle of a tour that's over 2 months long, all throughout North America, and after this, we're going to Europe with a band from Sweden called First Aid Kit, and it's just the three of us in a very dirty Ford Econoline van that you could see out front if you want. We can give you tours after. It's very disgusting. But it's been so amazing so far, and this is the first opportunity we've had along the tour to kind of do something else other than the proper shows of the tour, so it makes it even more special for us. We have a couple more for you. This song is called Revolution. This song started, when I wrote it, it was about, a romantic breakup, like most of the record. It's just a sad guy breakup record. And it's about two people who, they agree that there's all these problems, but they just can't agree on how to get through them, One person wants, to go to couples therapy, and the other person just wants to sleep with other people or whatever it may be. And then during the election and after election, the song kind of became something else. And now when I sing it, I think about the fact that I think most of the people in this country really we want the same things. We have the same goals, and we have the same, a lot of the same ambitions, but we just can't figure out a way to talk about it in a productive way a lot of the time. And I think that's just, it's something that is incredibly important. So that's what I think about now when I sing this song. It's called Revolution. Lost my Valentine. You could never keep my meaning straight, and I won't wait in line for you to give me any time of day. And I want a revolution, and you want a short solution. We never could see eye to eye. You wanted retribution, I came to the same conclusion. It's a story as old as time. I heard you crying in the other the ice, but I could hear it cracking underneath, and there's no compromise, and both of us are aching to be free. And I want a revolution, and you want a short solution. We never could see eye to eye. You wanted retribution, I came to the same conclusion. It's a story as old as time. I heard you crying in the other. It took a lifetime for us to see that it's too late. We're up against fate, and after all this, we keep ignoring the signs. The waters run dry, and I want a revolution. You want a short solution. We never could see eye to eye. You wanted retribution, I came to the same conclusion. It's a story as old as time. I heard you crying in the other. I Thank you so much. We have one more song for you. This is the first song on the record. Usually on this one, we like to bring everyone into it a little bit. It starts with just me playing guitar and singing, and then a little bit later on, Brien comes in with a kick drum. And when that comes in, if y'all could just stomp your feet kind of as loudly and as passionately as you can. I think, what if you all stomped your feet right now? What would it sound like? Oh, that sounds delicious. That sounds delicious. What about if only the people up there do it? Wow, so much different. Is that terrifying for the people underneath? You can deal with it? All right, so we're all on the same page. When that kick drum comes in, let's give them hell. This song's called Before I Found You. I'm Van William. Thank you guys so much for listening. Do you wanna be my friend? Shave my legs and cut my hair. Long grass waving in the wind. I get so strung out when everything just falls together. Rocks and feathers, rainy weather. Come and dig me up 'cause I'm not dead. Tuck the blankets on my bed. Stoke that fire in my head. Can't help but think that maybe, oh my baby, you can save me from the city. Come and take me to the country. And I never knew who I was before I found you. And I never knew who I was before I found you. Don't let me sleep tonight. Don't let me sleep tonight, oh baby. Yeah. Wrap you up in motel sheets. I'm too restless, I can't eat. Lonesome, crowded west in me. Feels so good to shake you. No, my baby, you amaze me. Cool and shady. I could die here in the country. And I never knew who I was before I found you. And I never knew who I was before I found you. Don't let me sleep tonight. Don't let me sleep tonight, oh baby. Yeah. No skyscrapers, no news from East Coast papers. Crop circles, blue nights when clouds are purple. Everything just falls together. Rocks and feathers, rainy weather. And I never knew who I was before I found you. And I never knew who I was before I found you. Don't let me sleep tonight. Don't let me sleep tonight, oh baby. Yeah. Hey. 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 Thank you.
Brien, Andrew, Marquez, Kara, and Van William. That new recording is on Fantasy. It's called Countries. And you can find out more at vanwilliammusic.com. Mr. Van William from out in California, but spent a lot of time up in Alaska. I want to say hello to our friends up there. A lot of friends we have listening up in Alaska.
We'd like to say a special hello to you if you're listening over KFJM in Fargo, North Dakota, or WITH in Ithaca, New York. We hope you'll be with us next week when we share an episode from our archives recorded in 2015, featuring Buckwheat Zydeco, the Earls of Leicester featuring Jerry Douglas, Dave Alvin and Phil Alvin with The Guilty Ones, J.D. McPherson, and the Jeff Austin Band. You're listening to a special edition of Mountain Stage, live performance radio from the Mountain State of West Virginia. Support for Mountain Stage comes from this station and from West Virginia Public Broadcasting. Hotel accommodations for Mountain Stage guests are provided by the Charleston Marriott Town Center Hotel, centrally located for the business and pleasure traveler in downtown Charleston's retail district. This is Mountain Stage from NPR.
Well, thank you. Welcome to the second hour of Mountain Stage. If you're just tuning in, we are so grateful that you've done that. We think you'll be happy you did, because later on this hour we're going to hear from Patti Smith and her family. But we're going to begin the hour in a very special way. Like I said at the beginning of the show, we're going to do a little tribute to little Jimmy Dickens from Bolt, West Virginia. He was 4 feet 11. And he was on the Grand Ole Opry longer than any other performer. Up into his 90s, he performed on the Grand Ole Opry. He brought country music around the world. He often called himself Willie Nelson after taxes. And the Hall of Fame has put out a tribute album called Rhinestone Hillbilly, various people covering little Jimmy Dickens songs. And we're going to start out and do some of those right now, starting with the man back there who just told me that it's estimated that he's played on 13,000 albums over the years of all kinds. Mr. Charlie McCoy and Fireball Mail. Let's hear it for him.
Thank you, Larry. I just want to say that I had a very close friendship with little Jimmy, and it was a real special thing for me. And we used to go out there. He would invite tourists out in the tour bus from Sweden, and his wife would give him coffee and cookies, and he'd sign, and it was just very special for him to do that way. He was one of the great, great artists of the Grand Ole Opry. So I'm really proud to be a part of this tribute, and we're going to do some of the songs from that album now, beginning with the Fireball Mail. Comes, look at her roll. There she goes, eating that coal. Look at her fly, hugging the rail. Let her bye, 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 the Fireball Mail. Look at her go, look at her steam. Hear her blow, whistle and scream like a hound wagging its tail. Dallas bound, 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 the Fireball Mail. Engineer, making up time. The tracks are clear. Look at him climb. See that brake clear in the rail. I bet she's laid the fireball mail. Here's Michael. Watch her swerve, watch her sway. Get that curve out of the way. Look at her fly, look at her sail. Let her by the fireball mail. Here's Russ Hicks. Here she comes, look at her roll. There she goes, eating that coal. Watch her fly, hugging the rail. Let her by the fireball mail. That's a great classic from Little Jimmy.
West Virginia Music Hall of Famer Charlie McCoy right there. The first tune off the Rhinestone Hillbilly album, along with the Mountain Stage Band. And Russ Hicks, another West Virginia Music Hall of Famer back there on the steel. He's going to stick around some. But next up is a man who is a Grammy Award winner, as well as being in the West Virginia Music Hall of Fame. And he has done the second tune on this album. Mr. Tim O'Brien going to bring Missy Raines back out, and Julie's going to sing, and Jan Fabricius is going to sing too. It's a tune called Poor Little Darlin'.
1 and 2 and 1, 2, 3.
Poor little darling, poor little darling, poor little darling. Don't you hear the wolves a howling, howling around you, poor little darling? Don't you see the wolves prowling, prowling around you, poor little darling? Better watch out or the wolves will get you, but you know I'll never forget you. Don't you hear the wolves a howling, howling around you, poor little darling? Howling around you, poor little darling, poor little darling, poor little darling, poor little darling. Don't you see stuff folding around you, poor little darling? Trapping time in hunting's cold and calling to me, poor little darling. Set my traps and make some money, then I'll buy a ring for my honey. Don't you see stuff falling around you, poor little darling? Falling around you, poor little darling, poor little darling, poor little darling, poor little darling. Can't you hear the square dance called the fiddles playing and the banjo strumming, hooting, dancing, shouting, holler, winter's here, better time is coming. In the spring we'll build a cabin, then a little family we'll be having. Don't you see the square dance calling to me, poor little darling, calling to you, poor little darling, poor little darling, poor little darling, poor little darling. little darling, poor little darling, poor little darling.
Thank you very much. Thanks to Jan Fabricius on the vocals, Missy Raines on the bass, Ahmed Solomon on the drums.
And Tim O'Brien there with the little Jimmy Dickens tune, Poor Little Darling. Well, now it's my turn. Jimmy did a lot of great rockabilly songs, and he was one of the first guys to use dual guitars together, playing in harmony on records way back in the early 1950s, kind of jazzy. So we're going to ask Tim to stay out, and Russ and Charlie. I'm going to bring out some of our friends from here in Charleston, members of the Carpenter Ants Band, Charlie T., Joopy Little. I want to sing one called I Got a Hole in My Pocket. I got a hole in my pocket and I can't go to the fair. Got a hole in my pocket and I can't go to the fair. I'm blue 'cause I had a date to meet my baby there. When I don't show up, tell me what'll my baby do? When I don't show up, tell me what'll my baby do? Well, she'll travel through the tunnel of love with someone new. Help me out, boys. I said, boo-hoo, what'll I do? My money's all gone, baby, baby, it's true. I got a hole in my pocket and I don't know what to do. Michael Lipton back there. Let's hear Russ Hicks. Tim O'Brien's going to play the fiddle. I got a hole in my pocket and the money just runs on through. Got a hole in my pocket and the money just runs on through. Can't seem to save a dollar like my dolly baby wants me to. Well, I told my baby we could have a little fun tonight. I told my baby we could have a little fun tonight. But it won't be so funny if there ain't a bit of money inside. Well, boo-hoo, what'll I do? My money's all gone, baby, baby, it's true. I got a hole in my pocket and I don't know what to do. Yeah, I got a hole in my pocket and I don't know what to do. I said, I got a hole in my pocket and I don't know what to do. Got a hole in my pocket, little Jimmy Dickens tune right there. Well, we're going to bring out Julie Adams now and Mollie O'Brien and do one that was one of Jimmy's signature songs because he talked about what he was. It's called I'm Little, But I'm Loud.
So are we.
1, 2, 3.
A lot of folks have told me I was pulled for I was right. A winter apple picked off in the fall.
But even as a youngin', I was not the bashful type, 'cause I could yell the loudest of them all. I'm little, but I'm loud. I'm poor, but I'm proud. I'm countrified, and I don't care who knows it. I'm like a Benny Rooster in a big red rooster crowd. I'm puny, short, and little, but I'm loud.
preacher always passed me by.
And so I have to sing the only way that I know how. Just rear back, open up, and let it fly.
I'm little, but I'm loud. I'm poor, but I'm proud. I'm countrified, and I don't care who knows it. I'm like a fanny rooster in a big red rooster crowd. I'm puny, short, and little, but I'm loud. I sang a special solo song in church one Sunday morning. I was plumb embarrassed to my skin.
I hit a high note, looked around, and sure as I was born, 2 cows and 14 honks come walking in.
I'm little, but I'm loud. I'm poor, but I'm proud. I'm countrified, and I don't care who knows it. I'm like a fanny rooster in a big red rooster crowd. I'm puny, short, and little, but I'm loud.
Little Jimmy Dickens tune right there, a tribute to Little Jimmy Dickens on the Mountain Stage. That new CD put out by the West Virginia Music Hall of Fame, featuring a lot of great folks. Bill Withers does something on there, Kathy Mattea, Connie Smith, and Ann Magnuson, a whole bunch of people. Check it out, The Rhinestone Hillbilly.
You're listening to a special archive edition of Mountain Stage, live performance radio from the Mountain State of West Virginia. Support for Mountain Stage is provided by Digital Relativity, a tradigital marketing agency crafting holistic strategies that engage and educate customers by pairing digital and traditional advertising to grow your business. More info at digitalrelativity.com. If you have questions, suggestions, or a special Mountain Stage memory you'd like to share, we'd love to hear from you. Send your feedback to larry@mountainstage.org. For more music, photos, and information on how we are bringing back live shows, you can always check out our Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram feeds. We return now to this week's archive special, recorded in 2018 in our home at the Culture Center in Charleston, West Virginia.
Our final guest of the evening is an international award-winning visual artist, a poet, an author who's won a National Book Award for her memoir, Just Kids. And of course, she's a songwriter and singer and a member of the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Last night, she and her son Jackson and her daughter Jessie were here in Charleston as her late husband, Fred Sonic Smith, was inducted into the West Virginia Music Hall of Fame. Fred was born in southern West Virginia, but like a lot of folks, his parents had to go up to Michigan, so he made his fame up in Detroit. And we are excited, delighted, and extremely grateful that she stayed around to join us, along with her son Jackson and her daughter Jessie. please make welcome to the mountain stage, Patti Smith.
Thank you. Thank you, everybody. We're all very happy and proud to be here. I came many times to West Virginia with my late husband. He was born here. He had roots here. And so we're all so happy to be so welcomed. And the first song we're going to do, Fred and I wrote together in 1986. We wrote it because many of our friends were stricken with AIDS, and they were, their lifeline was short, and they knew it, and their companions were also suffering. So it was really a song to comfort them, and but it has also just a simple, universal theme that we all wind up at the end of the same path.
Speak to me, heart. I feel the needing to bridge the clouds, softly go away. I wish to know, away. I wish to know. Oh, you laugh, surely dance in a ring, backwards and forwards. Those that feel the glow, a glow we all will know, a glow we all will know. On that day, filled with grace, on the way, the heart's reunion. Steps we take, steps we make, on the way, the heart's communion. Ooh, as we cross again. Ooh, as we cross, we'll cross again. Speak to me, shadow. I spin from the wheel, nothing at all. Save the need to weave a silk of souls that whisper, a silk of souls that whisper to me. Speak to me, heart. All things renew, hearts will mend round the bend. Paths that cross again. Paths that cross again. As they cross, we'll cross again. As they cross, we'll cross again. Rise up.
the cross will cross again. Thank you. Thank you. When Fred passed away in late '94, I had to consider life without him. And I wrote this little song. It's sort of a widow song, a widow singing to her son. Life is designed with unfinished lines that another sings. Each story unfolds like it was gold upon a ragged wing. The bold and the fair suffer their share. He whispered to his kin, all of my debts left with regrets. I'm sorry for everything. Trespasses stretch like broken fences, winding as they may. Trespasses stretch like broken fences, hope to mend them one day. And she pinned back her hair, shouldered with care the burdens that were his, mending the coat that hung on a post, in heart remembering. Trespasses stretch like broken fences, winding as they may. Trespasses stretch like broken fences, hope to mend them one day. And her time was to come. She called to her son, this your song to sing. All of our debts wove with regrets upon a golden string. And he found the old coat hung on a post like a ragged wing, and took as his own the sown and unsown, joyfully whistling. Fred and I met in 1976 in Detroit, but because I lived in New York, we were fated to have a long-distance relationship for a while. And I co-wrote the song with Bruce Springsteen, but the words were for Fred. Take me now, baby, here as I am. Pull me close, try and understand. Desire is hunger, is the fire I breathe. Love is a banquet on which we feed. Come on now, try and understand the way I feel under your command. Take my hand as the sun descends. They can hurt you now, can hurt you now, can hurt you now. Wow, 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 wow. Because the night belongs to lovers. Because the night belongs to us. Because the night belongs to lovers. Because the night belongs to us. Have I doubt when I'm alone? Love is a ring, the telephone. Love is an angel disguised as lust. Here in our bed until the morning comes. But come on now, try and understand the way I feel under your command. Take my hand as the sun descends. They can hurt you now, can hurt you now, can hurt you now. Wow, 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 wow. Because the night belongs to lovers. Because the night belongs to us. Because the night belongs to lovers. Because the night belongs to now stage. And love filled with doubt, and vicious circle turns and burns without you. Oh, I cannot live, forgive the yearning, burning. I believe it's time to feel, and touch me now, touch me now, touch me now. Hey! Because the night belongs to us. Because the night belongs to lovers. Because the night belongs to us. 'Cause we believe in the night we're lovers. 'Cause we believe in the night we trust. Because the night belongs to lovers. Because the night belongs to love. This next song, Fred and I wrote this. Actually, we were having our 6th wedding anniversary in a recording studio in New York City. And because we like to work, we spent our anniversary writing this song. In the medieval night, 'twas love's design, and the sky was open like a valentine. All the lazy lights, like wishes fall, and like Shakespeare's child, I wished on them all. Oh, to me, your destiny was all that I pursued. I could see the sights from the lofty heights, but my heart obscured the view. I was looking for you, looking for you, looking for you, looking for you. What could I do? I was looking for you. Along the Black River, the ambassador jewel, and you were reflected in all that I saw, in the tower of gold, in the wheel and the wing, lifting my senses like an ancient flame. Many's the night I knelt in the light, appealing to all that I know. Guide my eyes and steps that I may find love true. I was looking for you, looking for you, looking for you. What could I do? I was looking for you. Come on, darling, all the heart's desire was written before us in the medieval fire. It was love's design by the glittering stars, like Shakespeare's child, to be where you are. Oh, 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 looking for you, 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 looking for you. Thank you. We're going to do one last song for you. Fred. Actually, I was a little tired today, I have to say, and we had a big night last night, and I was getting ready to come over here, and I was still feeling a little tired, and then I watched some of this Olympic ski jump. I don't know anything about skiing, but there was a young French girl going down the hill. It was her turn, and she won. Anyway, she won the gold. And then they interviewed her, and she said, "Oh, it's so crazy. This morning I was so tired." And she was, and I know that's not a French accent, but in any event, she was saying, she said, "I was so tired, and now I'm a champion." And I thought, all right, I'm tired, and we're gonna go, and I'll be champions. We're all champions. We've had a great 3 days here. It's been wonderful. And, this song, Fred and I wrote this together. It was Fred's concept. He wanted us to write a song that would be inspirational to the individual, but also remind people that when we unify, we can do anything. Dreaming well of an aspect bright and fair, and my sleeping it was broken, but my dream it lingered near in the farm of shining valleys where the pure air rarefied and my senses are newly opened. I awakened into the cry that the people have the power to redeem the world of fools. Upon the meek, the grace to shower. It's decreed that people rule. People have the power. Come on. People have the power. People have the power. People have the power. And bending low as if to hear, and the armies ceased advancing because the people had their ear, and the shepherds and the soldiers where they lay beneath the stars, exchanging visions, laying arms to waste in the dust, in the form of shining valley. Pure air, rarefied, and my senses newly open. I awaken to the cry. My people have the power. Believe it. People have the power. Make it so. People have the power. People have the power. I saw fountains, and like cream, the waters rise, and we strolled there together, when none to laugh or criticize. Well, and the leopard and the lamb lay together, are truly bound. Well, I was hoping, in my hoping, to recall what I found. I was dreaming, God knows.
surrender into my sleeping. I commit my dream to you. Come on. To dream. People have the power. To vote. People have the power. To strike. People have the power. To live. The power to dream. To rule. To wrestle the world from fools. It's decreed that people rule. Well, it's decreed that people rule. Listen, I believe that everything we dream can come to pass through our union. We can turn the world around. We can turn the earth's revolution. People have the power. The people have the power. The people have the power. Don't forget it. Use your voice. God bless the people of West Virginia. Thank you. Thank you. God bless you all.
Patti Smith, along with Lenny Kaye, Jesse Smith, Jackson Smith, and the Mountain Stage Band. Patti Smith right there. And her latest book is a couple of years old now. It's called The M Train. You know, Patti has received awards from all over the world, and the awards are for her contribution to the arts, total contribution. We're so grateful that she stayed around after the Hall of Fame presentation to her husband, Fred Sonic Smith. And the awards that Patti has gotten and still continue to get are special because they're not just for one thing, they're for her contribution to all of the arts. She's a great visual artist. She's a poet, of course. She's a writer. Her latest book, by the way, is called The M Train, and all of her books are well written and worth reading. And, of course, for her singing and songwriting. And we're going to get everybody out and do one more song. We're going to do something special because last night, along with a lot of other folks who were inducted into the West Virginia Music Hall of Fame, there was a man named Frank Hutchison from southern West Virginia. And Frank was renowned for a lot of things. He recorded back in the 20s, and he was often called the first white man to play slide guitar and to play the blues on record. And we're going to do a song that Frank made famous. And the reason we're going to do it now is because if you read Just Kids, the great memoir of Patti, then you read that she lived in the Chelsea Hotel in the late 60s, early 70s, and a person she got to know there and became close friends with was Harry Smith. And Harry Smith made a collection of folk music that became kind of the Bible to a lot of folks back in the 50s and 60s. He made it in 1952. It was 6 volumes. And on one of these volumes, there was Frank Hutchison singing this song, and that's what we're going to end with.
You've been listening to a Mountain Stage Archive special recorded in Charleston, West Virginia. We hope you'll be with us next week as we share an episode from our archives recorded in 2015 featuring Buckwheat Zydeco, Earls of Leicester featuring Jerry Douglas, Dave Alvin and Phil Alvin with the Guilty Ones, J.D. McPherson, and the Jeff Austin Band.
Mountain Stage is produced by Larry Gross and Adam Harris. Associate producers are Jeff Shirley and Vasily Ascouris. Assistant producers Alexis Palmer. Production manager is Paul Flaherty. We're engineered by Francis Fisher, Ritchie Collins, Jim Raines, and Patrick Stevens. Production assistance comes from Michael Lipton, Joey Ansel, Mary Lee, Lance Schrader, Chris Mead, and Woogie. Photographic services are provided by Brian Blauser. Promotions coordinated by Michael Lipton, Adam Harris, and Music in Motion Promotions. Special thanks to Mountain Stage members Walter and Sean Williams for their generous support. Lodging is provided by the Marriott Town Center Hotel, centrally located for the business and pleasure traveler in downtown Charleston. Why don't you go out and hear some live music wherever you are, just as soon as you can. You've been listening to Mountain Stage Live Performance Radio from the Mountain State of West Virginia. We're going to do old Stagger Lee now. Tim O'Brien's going to start us out. Here he comes.
Well, it was all out in the alley one cold and drizzly night. Stanko Lee and Billy Knights, they got in a terrible fight. And it was all about that John B. Stetson high.
Well, now Stagger Lee went to the bar room, asked for a glass of beer, turned around to Billy Line and said, "What are you doing here? I'm waiting for a train."
Major funding for Mountain Stage is provided by Bailey Glasser and the West Virginia Tourism Office. This is NPR.